What's up, guys? Here we go. We've got Trump putting a litmus test on all the states and all the cities in this country. Unprecedented move. They're basically declaring that if any of your cities or states want to reject business with Israel in any way, that they're cutting off any FEMA disaster relief money. So if you get smacked with a hurricane, hit by an earthquake, tornadoes, anything you can think of that they're supposed to help with, and you've got an issue with, say, Zionism, because the other side is arguing that anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism are two different things, and they are. But this is unprecedented, a litmus test here on every state. We're seeing people jump ship because they're seeing how tyrannical this is. At first, it was the Epstein thing, and like people that are actually good people that are not going to stand and protect pedos, they understood this and they jumped ship. They left the whole Trump train because the tracks are out up ahead anyway, if you can't tell. Now he's turned around and threw this all right into the face of America First. Where's America First? Huh? Your speaker there refused to, Speaker of the House Johnson or whatever, he refused to vote on the Epstein thing. So what they do, they packed their bags and where'd they go? Straight to Israel. Instead of handling business here. Yeah. Look, they're showing you where their allegiance is, right in the open. And they're daring anyone out there, if they cut off any business with them, that they're going to cut off FEMA funds. Now, after all this is rippled out, the White House, as usual, is trying to go into damage control mode, say, oh, no, this and that. Well, no, it's done. The statements are out there. Officially, they were put out there. They can try to soften things up and sugarcoat it all they want, but they made it clear. They made it clear as day. And it's unprecedented. Trump's base fracturing, cracking, big time, more than they ever wanted, and it's going down. So join me for the live streams where I can talk about this in greater detail. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Dabu 77.
All right, Shalom, I'll give him Shalom. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson, all right, through the spirit of quick and transit on the way to the crib. And, Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachaha Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well. All right. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith or remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Your Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. Peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right. So, we're coming down to the wire, man. We're sitting on the precipice of absolute totalitarianism, you know what I'm saying, as they call it. This truth is about to go. All right. Just plain and simple, man. This truth is about to be gone very soon, and they're not wasting any time, man. There will be no respite. All right. There will be no respite, no breaks. When they get this shit going, when they get it down and popping, you know what I'm saying? All right. This is going to be the end of this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? So get it while you can. All right, get this truth while you can, man. If you can, download the videos. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got this truth within you, you know what I'm saying? All the things that we've taught you, you know what I'm saying? Beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down. All right, all the things that have been taught, the correct doctrine, you know what I'm saying? The correct breakdowns. All right. If it's not within you, let me turn these off. Salaki. All right, Salaki. If this has not been, you know what I'm saying, embedded within you, the truth, then it's just, there's nothing more that we can do. You know what I'm saying? The elect have been sealed. All right? And that's all that matters at the end of the day. The elect being sealed, man. You know what I'm saying? Those who have listened, all right, who have taken heed, and you know, those who haven't been playing around, who have taken this seriously, all right, you know, who have repented, they've been, you know, they're good, man. The Lord's going to take care of those who have diligently sought after Him, okay, and continue to do so. All right, to the men, the women, the children, you know what I'm saying, who believe in the doctrine, man. All right. So, as you can see here, this is an article from naturalnews.com. It reads, Trump administration threatens to withhold federal aid from cities and states who are boycotting the small hats in any way. All right? Pretty much what it's saying, man. In any way, shape, or form. If you're against these Amalekites, okay, they will withhold funding, federal funding. They will withhold FEMA support. They will withhold all these things. Essentially, they're not gonna do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of the American people. All right. For what? All right. For Amalek. You see what I'm saying? There's no. There's no. There's no America first in this, man. All right, no America first in this, as you heard, you know, Dabu was talking about on the video, man. Ain't no none of that. All right, no support for you if you don't support these Amalekites. If you're against what their government is doing. All right. So we're about to see these jokers crack down heavy, hard and heavy on this truth. All right, because at the center of it are these Amalekites. At the center of it is these Amalekites. Okay. So expect to see the draconian measures, man. As we the prophets, beginning with our apostles and elders on down, have been warning about. All right. They're about to come down with the heavy hammer. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to read a little bit of this, man. Okay. Just a couple bullet points. It says, new federal policy. All right, the Trump administration denies federal aid to U.S. states and cities who are boycotting the Amalekites. All right. Framing such boycotts as prohibited discrimination. All right, prohibited discrimination. Next, you got critics decry coercion. Civil rights groups accuse the policy of silencing dissidents. All right, prioritizing the Amalekites over Americans. You know what I'm saying? And like we said, when these jokers like MAGA and whatnot, when these you know, red-blooded Americans start figuring out that your boy Trump was never for you, all right, we're gonna see 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 16 on down, really kick in the high gear, man. We're gonna see it, all right. Because a lot of these jokers are finally, you know, seeing the writing that's on the wall, man. A lot of them are finally figuring it out. Okay? It says they're setting a dangerous precedent by weaponizing aid for political compliance. All right? Alignment with the small hat policies. Okay, This ain't the United States of America, right? As I've been hearing, this is the United States of Israel. Okay, domestic and global reactions. Okay, they're trying to police the reaction of the world now. They're trying to police the reactions of the world. Okay, and democratic erosion. Okay, there's no more democracy. There's no more rule of law through the Constitution anymore. All right. So say bye-bye to your Bill of Rights and all that good shit, right? You see what I'm saying? So this is where we at with it. Okay. So we're seeing it on a governmental level. All right, with all this all these legislations that's being passed, okay, on behalf of these Amalekites. So this is on the governmental level, dealing with the states and the cities, run by governors and mayors. Okay. Now, what about the individual level? Let's check that out real quick. All right. This is from Congress.gov. And the Senate, all right, the Congress is now pushing a bill, okay, known as Kids Online Safety Act. All right, Kids Online Safety Act. A very similar legislation has been passed over in Australia. All right, not even similar, it's identical. An identical bill was passed in Australia. Okay, now you can go into this bill. Essentially, what is going on is you're gonna have to give, all right, verification, biometric verification, all right, to determine if you're 18 years or older. You know what I'm saying? In order to view age-restricted content or yeah, I think that's somewhere along the lines. Yeah, age-restricted content, man. So, now, if and guess what? It's all left up to AI. It's all left up to AI. So if AI determines that you're not 25 years old, or if it determines that you're not a 30-year-old or something like that, then it's going to ask you to give your verification through through facial recognition, so it can determine for you. You see what I'm saying? It's going to ask for your ID. It's going to ask for a license of some sort. Okay. And this is how you're not going to be able to see certain things on YouTube. You're not going to be able to see that. We're already seeing certain certain websites around the internet, you know what I'm saying, mandating a verification. All right? Facial verification. And then there I was hearing reports that they're trying to get Rumble and Reddit on board with this, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, the time of this truth being readily available to you is not going to be the case anymore. All right? It's not going to be the case anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? Over there in Australia, where this thing has already been passed, certain people are no longer able to see what's going down over there in Gaza. Okay? And when you dig deep, you find out that it's the Amalekites who's behind this. Okay? When you dig into it, you see that it's the Amalekites that's behind the shit. All right? Why? Because Esau's been made bare. They can't continue in this this situation of everyone finding out who they are. Everyone finding out what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? The hypocrisy is too blatant. So they have to bring what's the word? They got to put a leash on this. They got to put cuffs on this thing, man. Stop it from moving. Stop this thing from continuing on, from progressing any further. All right? And it's only a matter of time before they bring this, they bring this on to the to the prophets, man. All right? Because that's always been the goal. The goal was to the goal was to target the prophets, man. The goal was to target the prophets. And they're about to get that, man. Very soon, all right, the men of the Lord are going to be the targets. So let me get a precept real quick, all right? And Salakia, if I see him all over the place, man, I am driving, but I'm going to get this precept for you and I'm going to get up out of here. All right, bear with me. All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 26. It reads, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancients. You see what I'm saying? The elders, the men of the Lord that's here to bring this truth. You're not going to hear it from us no more, man. All right? You're not going to hear it anymore. The scriptures also say, and I believe it's in the same chapter, all right, that the Lord will cause our tongues to cleave to the roof of our mouths, that we will not be able to reprove or rebuke. You know what I'm saying? Those days are over. Those days is over, man. We're coming to a close, all right, finally, in this chapter of warning the Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, man. Those who are of the elect have received the message. All right, and believed on the report. The scriptures say, who have believed our report, man? Well, the answer is the elect. Only the elect have received our report. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you haven't already, man, you better grab these lessons while you can. You know what I'm saying? These lessons that you found truly edifying, truly exhorting. You know what I'm saying? All right. Go ahead and grab them. All right. Grab them, store them. You know what I'm saying? If you've been taking down the notes, you know what I'm saying, concerning the the different breakdowns. All right. Take down notes, man. Write down these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Read them, study them. Okay? Get them inside your spirit, man. Right? Like I say all the time, man, never neglect the basics. Never neglect the basics, even if it's just a milk scripture. All right? If that's the only scripture that you know, hey, man, keep it within your heart. You know what I'm saying? Keep it within your mind, within your lob. You know what I'm saying? And continue to meditate on that scripture, man. All right? Those of you, my fellow anime nerds, you know what I'm saying? You know about Demon Slayer, right? All right? Think about Zenitsu. Zenitsu only knew one move. He only knew one move, but that nigga was a master at that shit. He was a beast at that one move. You see what I'm saying? Don't neglect the basics, man. All right? Because it's the basics. It's the basics. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You may know 50 precepts. Okay? You may know all the precepts, man. But it's always the milk scriptures that's going to give us the that's always the foundation, I should say. The foundation that's going to continue to keep our faith intact. All right? When all hell breaks loose and everything falls down around us, you know what I'm saying? It's the sincerity, or shall I say it's the simplicity, as well as the sincerity, you know what I'm saying? But it's the simplicity of Yahweh Shai that's going to keep us in this, man. Keep us in this fight. You see? So, hey, man. I don't think there's anything else I can talk about. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's it, man. And it's kind of surreal, when you think about it. when you think about it sometimes, because, you've been doing this work, we've been doing this work for so long, you know what I'm saying, beginning with our apostles and elders on down, doing this so long that, it's just hard to see that damn, this thing is really over. You know what I'm saying? It's really coming to a close, man. All right? It's really coming to an end. And we won't have to, we won't be out here prophesying anymore, man. We won't be doing these lessons, edifying the sheep day by day. We won't be out here on the highways and hedges, weekly, yeah, man. Just understand something, that the Lord is behind all this. All right, even when it gets real crazy. I'm talking about real crazy out here in these streets, real crazy out here in like just dealing with your neighbors losing their shit. All right, everybody's losing their jobs, everybody's losing their minds. Just understand that the Lord is behind all of this. All right, the Lord is behind it all, and if you remember that He's behind it all, that gives you a sense of comfort, man. Okay? That gives you a sense of comfort, just knowing that He's the one who's behind all this, and you serve that power. You serve the one that's behind all of this. Okay? And that He promised to keep those His servants protected. That's what gives you this. That's what gives you the comfort, the security. All right? The scriptures say in Isaiah 33 and verse 6, all right, that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, man. And we're going to have to be stable in these times. See what I'm saying? Let me give one more precept. Bear with me. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65 and verse 13. Let's start at verse 10. It reads, And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Anchor, a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me. But ye are they that forsake the Lord. So he's talking about, he's making a distinction between those who have diligently sought after Him. You're going to be safe. You're going to be in that protection. You see what I'm saying? You're going to be in that place of rest. All right? We're going to be in terrible times. We're going to see the chaos all around us, but the Lord's going to keep us safe. All right? Lord willing, we endure unto the end, man. All right? Verse 11, But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. All right, he's talking about the 2/3. 2/3 of the nation of Israel who have not taken heed to the words, man, of the prophets, who have not taken heed to the words of the Lord coming through His men. They are the ones that's going to suffer. They're the ones that's not going to be protected. Verse 12, it says, Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. See what I'm saying? You made the choice not to take heed. All right? You made the choice to scoff. You made the choice to laugh and mock the prophets. You made that choice. Verse 13, Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, He says, Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. You see what I'm saying? This is this is that time that we entering into, man. You know what I'm saying? Get this truth while you can, before they finally shut it down, man. So this has been your brother Zakaria Allah. branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. And in closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchak Wadash. And I want to say this real quick. To you Israelites, you Israelite foreigners out there, all right? Listen, you may look like any of these other nations, man. You may look like a so-called Japanese. You may look like so-called Chinese, so-called Caucasian. You may look like one of these people, man. But if these lessons have been resonating with you, if these lessons, if you've been hearing these words and they're making sense to you, and you're feeling this, there's a good chance, there's a good odds that you may be an Israelite, man. You might want to check your lineage through your father's lines. You see what I'm saying? Just wanted to put that out there, man, because this is going out to the Israelites throughout the world. You see what I'm saying? Throughout the world. They're not all going to come looking like your typical Jake. All right? Like Idris Elba and Denzel Washington. No, not all of the Israelites are going to come looking like that. All right? I just got to put that out there, man. So I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, whom I've grown in this truth under. Amen. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.